I think everyone in the company, ownership on down, is very pleased with the foundation, the processes that have been laid, the infrastructure that we have across our organization right now, and it's just about building and growing from here. But we've got blue skies ahead of us. We've got a number one farm system. We've got a young, talented major league team. We have payroll flexibility. We're past the pandemic, and there's going to be more and more people coming into the ballpark. We're going to be renovating this place. There's a lot to look forward to. I'm very excited. I feel like the most difficult, arduous part of the work that we've had to do is kind of behind us. I think we've got a lot of challenges ahead of us in keeping guys healthy, making the right draft picks, making the right free agent signings, bringing the right players in here, all that normal stuff that every baseball team faces. But I think the challenges that we had that were unique to the Orioles, not having international analytics, modernizing player development, all that stuff, that's in a really good spot. And we have a pipeline underneath the young, talented team you've seen right in front of us. But we've just got to make a lot of smart decisions going forward. And, we know that's not easy either.
What have you thought about the season Gunnar Henderson's having, and what else do you need to see before he gets the call?
It's been first of all, it's early. We've also got guys in the minor leagues that are off to slow starts, and I don't get too up or down at this point in the year about anybody. But Gunnar, I think in particular, the walk to strikeout ratio with the power that he's showing is very intriguing. We took him. He's 17 years old, out of a small part of Alabama. Played a lot of basketball in high school, was going to be a sort of player development project when we got him, and has been kind of, to me, like a flagship aspect of what our player development group is doing on the hitting side. He's done a lot of work to improve his swing mechanics since he's been here, and he's rapidly physically and mentally maturing, which, he's 20 years old. He's kind of turning into an adult. So it's awesome seeing the start that he's having in Double-A. It is just Double-A, but like I said, I think the control of the strike zone that he's showing is very exciting, and very, very hopeful that he doesn't, he probably won't finish the year in Double-A, but he's got to stay healthy and all that good stuff.
The whole clubhouse has discussed the impact of John Means, but for him to have already laid out the rest of his season, to have lengthy stays back with the team, to make that impact on the young guys, even before you came to terms, what does that speak to you?
It's really nice having him back. I think it's been fun having him around. That was obviously an awful development. With everything that I've been saying about the calendar the last couple of years, with the COVID season and the lockout, we haven't been able to baby our major league pitchers because they got to go out and play Major League Baseball. And, you do wonder if that affects a guy like John, that he had to go through all those starts and stops. It was a very sudden onset elbow injury, never had any elbow problems. And that's what I mean. Pitching, it's unpredictable and fragile. And to have that happen to our ace, 3 starts into the season, was not ideal. Fortunately, we've had some guys step up and pick up the innings. But his presence back in the locker room has been a nice reminder that he's a huge part of this team and our future. And he'll be doing rehab in Sarasota this winter. He'll be around all spring training, and then really, really hopeful he's back out here on the mound for us sometime, middle of next year.
Lastly, circling back to Adley, it's one thing to say that they're not shaken, but he really has some of the most outstanding emotional and mental makeup we've seen in the game. How can you put that into words?
It's been something that I think we've talked about with him since he's an amateur. I think, you've seen his family upbringing, the support system that he has there, the just kind of base of emotional maturity that he's been raised with, and the education and coaching education that he had at Oregon State. And I think he's gelled really well with our player development department. And he's a very special kid, and I credit him and everybody that's brought him up. And I'm very pleased that he's an athlete in Baltimore now for the foreseeable future, and it's exciting.
When do you think Matt Harvey is a contender for helping the Major League club?
Well, I think the second half post All-Star break, if not sooner than that, we will be able to look at it. I mean, he's serving the suspension that we all saw. I think that he'll be able to continue staying in shape in our facility. We're going to continue to support him and train him like he's one of our athletes during this suspension. And then once that takes place, we'll be able to send him out to the minor leagues. And he's a minor league signing. He's on a AAA contract. I think once he gets out to the minor leagues, it's going to be his performance and stuff that dictates what his plans are. But we're always looking for pitching depth in the upper minors. I think that as the Means injury showed and some of the innings challenges that we're facing this year, you can never have too much length pitching depth in AAA. And we felt that he was helpful for us last year and did a really good job helping us navigate a very challenging season on the pitching side. And I hope that once he gets through all this and pitches well enough in the minor leagues that he may be an option, but we're just going to have to take it as it comes.
On Matt, he discussed his wariness about maybe not finding a job after that testimony. So what was that conversation like? Because again, you mentioned you guys have had a good relationship and understanding where he's come from since then.
The stuff that happened was several years ago. There's obviously everybody knows his history with the Mets, and he's been through a lot. I know that when he was with the Orioles organization, he was first class with us on and off the field, and given that and what we did know, we were comfortable bringing him back. And I think that it's a great opportunity for him and a place that he's comfortable, that's been supportive toward him, where he knows some people. And I hope that he makes the most of it. And, I'm sure once he gets through this and is back out there pitching in the minor leagues, I'm sure he'll be ready to kind of face the public and discuss what's going on in his life the last several years. But we're until he shows us otherwise, we're supportive of him, and he's a part of our organization, and we hope to see him have some success in our upper minors once he gets through this.
Mike, where you want to take Grayson's season innings wise, will there be challenges later in the year?
I think that's what we're hoping to mitigate, I don't want to artificially constrain what's going to be a big season for him, and negatively impact the platform for next year, which I haven't even talked about today, but that's a big part of this whole equation too, is we might want to cut these guys loose next year, and so we've got to platform them for a lot of workload in 2023. And so we're balancing all that and trying to be as smart as we can about the schedule so that we're not having to do unnatural pullbacks on the reins on these guys in August or September.